Good number, Zach. Probably good
No,
number.
leave it at 1. I need a long break. That's what it costs me.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Saturday night here at Texas Card House. Final table. I know you guys have been waiting all week. I got my special guest with me tonight, Eric Van Loos. Thank you for coming out and helping out. He's a regular here at TCH. Can be found. Have you tried out the new place yet, Eric?
I have. I've been
we're
glued
digging
to the new place.
We're digging the new place. Anyway, we got a couple of regulars here at the final table. Appreciate you all tuning in and check it out. I hope you got your popcorn ready. I got my Dr. Pepper. You guys, little JJ's looking for a long night here. You think maybe?
Hope so. Hope we play it down to the end, right?
Yeah, no chopping.
No chopping.
A lot of regulars. I'm looking
Big money
forward
at
to
play.
it. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
And
thanks for having me with you, Mitch.
I appreciate you coming out, man. Derek still out on assignment. This guy is working. He's working hard. He's working hard. But anyway,
Cards are in the air.
yeah, let's get to the action. We're going to talk a little bit about the dealer in the box here a little later on. We'll get through this first hand. There you see Tejas making his back-to-back final table appearance. But the young man in the box there dealing, we'll talk a little bit about him.
Mr. Zach.
Yeah, some of you might remember him from a couple of weeks ago. We'll get to it. You all know we will. See some familiar faces here. Action's on a small blind here with Jason. Looks like he's going to make the call. Yes, that is Mitchell in seat number 5, a regular here in the chat room.
Right.
He won't be chatting tonight. What?
I believe he said he was going to make this final table last week, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He called
Actually, he wanted me to let everybody know that this is back to. He hasn't been at the final table for about a month, but it's back-to-back final tables. The last time he played this tournament,
Right.
he made the final table.
This is the big one.
So yeah, that is the big one. And look at this flop. Tim Beebe going to hit top pair.
Jason's going to lead out.
Wow. You got to like the aggressiveness.
Absolutely.
He thinks his ace might be good. Heads up, it could be. But Tim's going to let him know.
He's going to let him know real quick.
Let him
Shipping
know
it.
that your ace may not be good.
He pointed.
So Jason wants a count here. Zach will give him the information he wants.
Looks like it's going to be a little too much to put in a light call there.
It'll be a little bit more than half his stack, so he's just going to lay it down.
Good
There
start.
it is.
Good start for Tim.
Tim Beebe is going to take down the first hand of the night at the final table. But yeah, Mitchell wanted me to let everyone know that he has made back-to-back final tables. He wants the asterisks, he said.
Hey, that's something to brag about.
I'm telling you, I'd like to make the final table just once.
Me too. I've not made it that far in these Saturday tourneys. So
Yeah, I was talking to you a little while ago. You've played this tournament a couple of times. Yeah. How far have you made it?
I think I made it 23rd.
Oh, you made it to the money.
I made it to the money one time, yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could say that. Anyway, we're going to hand number 2 here. Got 49 of you tuning in so far. Appreciate that. See some regulars in the chat. Of course, always there's Poker Monkey. I was chatting with him a little earlier this week. I saw him over at the new place, Las Colinas. You digging the place over there?
Loving it. He's a reg, right? He's always on the stream here. He's always chatting it up.
Yeah, you can find him at TCH. I'm sure you know. I mean, he is a family man. He'd like to spend more time here than he does, but as he should, he loves his family more than he does poker.
Sure.
More than he does poker. But he gets out and plays. And,
We've got an open from Jamal here with a suited ace.
Mitchell not going to be too happy with that 6-9 offsuit he's got. Jamal will take it down. Jamal is a regular here.
Yeah.
It could be found almost any time at the tournament table.
I play a lot of 1-2 with Jamal. He's a good player.
Yeah.
Likes to get his money in. Fun guy to play with.
You only a flick of one chip.
It's good to see these familiar faces, though. Every time I watch these streams, there's a couple of these guys that are always on here, making it deep. Deep runs.
Yeah, Tejas, I've mentioned it the last few times, and you know what? I think it's safe to say now. I think he holds the record for most final table appearances. I'm going to say it.
I think so.
There are some other guys that are close, but I think he's starting to pull away. I think Tejas is the leader in the final table appearances, and
Absolutely.
very well deserving. So he plays very well.
Got it all in. Seat 9, Mr. Augie.
Augie going to be all in here. Jason doesn't like his clubs.
Not at all.
Tim B with the button, knowing all he has to do is worry about what Mitchell wants to do here. He's got Queen 9. Not quite good enough to challenge.
Suited.
And there's Jose.
Jose's going to look him up.
Jose has
Slightly dominated hand.
yeah, but we'll talk about Jose. Jose's more than made the final table several times. He's won it a few times, as I recall. Jose is definitely a very, very solid player.
Oh,
And look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
It's always a sweat, Mitch.
Look at this. And the ace
Ace holds.
somehow miraculously is good.
We saw the 7 in the window.
The 7 and
and
the
hearts.
hearts. He's like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Jose's like, I know.
82 cards.
Try
to knock out a player.
over there, hold his breath. Come on, man.
Nice little double up for him. That gives him several more big blinds. And
Juicy flop, though.
see if he can't make a run here.
Lined up 2 hearts.
Have you dealt to Augie or played with Augie?
Too many outs.
I've dealt to him. I
Okay.
don't know if we've.
Argue be
I
like
don't know if
Neo
we've
sometimes,
played.
dodging bullets.
Well, I know
But, you know,
he ran real deep in that mystery bounty. I think he chopped that mystery bounty tournament.
Wait, I mean, he's fun to have at the
Yeah,
table.
Don't talk about that.
No, we're going to talk
he's
about
made
it.
some deep runs in these tournaments. I don't think I've sat at a table with him, but
We talk.
he's got some chips to play with now.
Rebuke that.
Yeah, you got some really solid players here at the final table. That's always good to see.
Absolutely.
You know, Augie going to look down with another suited, another ace. This time it's suited, right?
40? 40,000. Call 40.
How you feel about an ace 6, Mitch? I look down at that hand and I just
You know, especially if the first card you see is
Right.
an ace, you're like, oh, I got an ace.
now we got a hand brewing.
Oh, okay, okay, here we go. I love dealing the Tim BB. You know, I love watching dealing to him and watching him play.
What does he normally play in the room?
He plays a tournament. He plays a little PLO sometimes.
PLO, okay.
Yeah. Little 2-5 sometimes. You know.
Looks like Poker Monkey's rooting for Mitch. Got some.
Yeah, we've gotten some love for a couple of players at the table so far early on. Mitch is getting some love, and who else was getting some love? I saw earlier.
See if Augie decides to go with this or
Who else earlier?
sniffs this out and lays this down here, Mitch.
Yeah, Tejas was getting some love earlier.
I know. I'm thinking.
And I see Legos in the chat.
Oh yeah, another regular that runs deep all
You
the
know,
time. Yeah.
him and I become good friends. He's a big baseball fan and an Astro fan. Always, you can always spot him.
Best hair in the room, right?
You can always spot Lego in the room.
Right.
He's got the hair. If you don't notice the hair, you notice the Astros, the beard,
right?
the hair and the beard. If you don't notice that, you know, it's definitely with the best beard in the room.
Tournament crusher though.
And if
Absolute
you don't notice that,
tournament
he's always wearing an Astros jersey. And he and I made plans to go down in August down in Houston. We're going to catch
Red Sox.
a Red
Nice.
Sox Astros game. So,
Nice.
so it should be fun. I'm looking forward to that. But he bubbled the final table.
Today.
He bubbled the final table. He was number 10. I was kind of pulling for him a little bit. I was a little sorry to see it.
We'll see him on here soon. He's a crusher.
Yeah, he's made the final table a few times. He's won it one time. I know for sure.
That was the most interesting thing I've seen in a long time in poker.
Augie's not going to be happy with this queen 6 in his position.
Not at all.
So he'll throw that away, I'm sure.
It was just my lucky night. That's all.
It's a good night to be lucky.
It was a good night to be lucky.
Cristobal, he's made the final table. A lot of these guys, he's made the final table. Another solid player. And a gentleman at the table, always a gentleman at the table.
Right. I have not played with Jason before. It's the first time I've actually seen Jason here. But
I dealt to Jason today.
Okay.
A solid player at the table when I dealt. Quiet, focused.
Got the glasses on. Somebody told me earlier he kind of looked like the guy from the Matrix. He's got Matrix vibes going on. Yeah.
He didn't get out of line in any way. I think he was. I dealt to Jose today. I think they were both at the same table when I dealt to him.
120,000.
Evan
Gotta be more somber.
Evan going to raise it up with the suited 10 jack. For some odd reason, I love the 10 jack suited. It's my
10 jack,
favorite.
it flops well.
My favorite hand is pocket 10s, as everybody knows. But I like the 10 jack too.
All 120.
Jamal with the pocket 5s.
Degenerates unite.
Also showing you a little love here.
The Wolf Man.
Mention the Wolf Man. Ow!
Appreciate it, Austin. He likes the wolf tattoo. I appreciate it, my friend.
Oh yeah, on the arm. Yeah. I remember. All right, we're going to go to the flop here.
Now these are always interesting flops when nobody catches anything to see how they play it out.
Jamal's 5s are
In the lead
best
still, yeah.
right now, but with that ace out there, he can't think that's good. But I don't know, checks around. Now he's thinking maybe my 5s might be good when the second ace appears here. But Evan, he's going to try and beat him to the punch here and lead out.
Looks like he's going to get it through.
Let's see. Don't really see how Jason can make the call. Again, like I said,
The American way.
he seemed like a solid player when I dealt to him
Absolutely.
earlier. The Matrix. We might have to give him the nickname the Matrix. That's Mr. What was it, Mr.'s? I'm not a big Matrix fan.
I'm not either, but I knew the character he was
Mr.
talking
Smith?
about. Yeah.
Is that him?
I think so.
Mr. Smith.
Yeah, pocket 10s, Mitch, I folded that one with about 15 big blinds in a big tournament up here, and I would have quadrupled up. I thought about you when I folded. I was up against Ace King and Ace Queen, and should have got it in with that one.
I tell you, I flopped so many sets with 10s. I get all happy when I look down and I see him. I'm like, oh, yeah. But anyway, we have Zach here in the box pitching him out, doing a great job. Tejas going to look down here with a couple of snowmen, a couple of 8s.
Of course, we're in Dallas, so we got the Michael Irvin, the Drew Pearson, the Des Bryant hand. Of course, now we got CeeDee Lamb, so that's a fan favorite here in the room.
Tejas seems to like it. You're going to raise it up a little bit.
Yeah, those middling pairs can be rough. Early position, he's got to put in a raise. You don't want to limp in with it.
He'd be very happy with a fold all around right here with the 8s. He doesn't really want to mix it up. Evan got a couple of picture cards.
A couple of Broadway cards, he's going to look them up.
He's going to make the call. Let's see what Augie wants to do here.
Another 50K to call.
He's going to take a little sneak peek down there at Tejas's chips. Peek around the dealer to see what he's got down there. Okay.
Well, I'm just looking at the stack counts now. You got Evan with 2.1 million in chips, so he's got the ability to splash around a little bit more.
Well, Tejas doesn't like that ace, that's for sure. I tell you what, if that ace didn't come, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes all in.
Just
right
ripped
here.
it, right?
Yeah. He wants to find out where he is right now. And Evan doesn't think Tejas has an ace, but he doesn't want to
Don't want to test those waters.
well,
Doesn't want to double up a solid player either.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, if Evan knows Tejas, he knows, and everybody else knows, nobody wants to give this man chips. He finished second last week to Page. Tejas did.
Lego's saying he hit a set with his tens, but it didn't hold.
Yeah, he told me. He told me on his way out the door. I was out there, and I saw him right before he left. Yeah, Tejas, this is his back-to-back, his true back-to-back final tables. Mitch is, back-to-back final tables with
It's coming right around the line. Hit him again.
I think Mitch won his. Tejas finished second last week to the young lady.
It's okay.
It was a nice final table. And our dealer Zach, there's the pocket tens.
There it is. 10 BB.
There's the pocket
Let's
tens.
see what he does with these. Now, do you have a nickname for these?
No, I just
pocket
like
tens.
I
All right,
just
just
like
tens.
looking at them, man. The 10's my favorite number. You ever see the movie 10?
You have to remind me.
Bo Derek, Dudley Moore.
I know Bo Derek. I've seen the movie poster. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was a.
That was a generation before me, but every teenage boy had that poster on his wall.
I know what you're talking about. I was a teenage boy, back then. So Bo Derek and Dudley Moore. Can't remember anybody else who was in the movie. I know she got married. I think the guy she married was famous. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, she was definitely a woman that was always looked at as one of the top women in America.
Yeah, she had a gorgeous smile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool name though too.
Yeah.
Unless you really got to think about it.
So real quick,
Save them value.
2 weeks ago, in case you didn't watch the final hand, our dealer here, the young man there dealing, Zach, had made the final table, got down the heads up. And they were all but about even. I think Mitch, the guy playing, had him covered by maybe 5 blue chips, not much. And Zach there had 9-10. I'm sorry, 9-7, 9-7, and flopped a straight. Flopped a straight and was drawing dead. The other guy flopped a king high flush.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That was the final hand.
Yeah, they got it all in, but I was surprised. Jason didn't snap when the other guy went all in. Jason didn't snap call. He when he finally made the call, he kind of felt it was a bad call. He knew. He's like, yeah, I know he had it, but
Jason's under the gun here, and he went ahead and ripped it for 330. Tim BB's got a suited ace, but he's thought otherwise.
Mr. Smith ripping it with the Jack 10.
That hand flops well though. I don't blame him for getting it in.
All right, Evan again with the Queen Jack, 2 picture cards. You gotta
Picture
like
cards and 2 million chips.
Yeah, you gotta like the jersey he's wearing. I am a
I don't know
big
about
fan.
the yellow Boston. The old Braves.
I am a that's the Red Sox.
That's the Red Sox, yeah.
They wore it. I think it's a Sunday jersey. That's something I think.
310 to call for Tejas. He's not gonna like what he looks down there.
Yeah, he's not gonna like the 5-3.
We used to call that 5-3 offsuit the mumbler, Mitch, because if you beat somebody with that hand, they're gonna start mumbling about you as they walk away from the table.
Yeah, just put your head down and
Yep.
stack your chips if you want the 5-3.
Yep.
Mr. Smith going to take it down.
Takes it down with the Jack 10. Good for him.
Jason, Mr. Smith. Every hand.
We're at hand number 9. We haven't seen a whole lot of fireworks, but I imagine we're going to start seeing a little bit more. We've got a couple all-ins already. But
Yeah, it's normally they're feeling each other out. But we had some fireworks so far. 93 people tuning in so far on this Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day weekend.
Happy Memorial Day. Thanks for those that served and put their life on the line for us.
I'm telling you.
Paid that price, and here we are playing poker and watching poker on a Saturday night. So
because those people make it possible, man.
Absolutely.
Can't live the American dream, the American way without those guys.
That's right. Amen. The greatest generation. Love those old stories.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 25 people.
My dad, he
He
was
said Agent Smith. There it is. Yeah.
Agent Smith.
Thanks,
Okay,
Lego.
sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lego. I'm not a big fan of
Yeah.
The Matrix. Agent Smith. All right. They keep us straight here.
They do.
Was it last week? A couple weeks ago? We were talking about fighters, and I mentioned Scott McGregor,
Okay.
and I mentioned it 2 or 3 times, and finally, one of the people in the chat said, "You mean Conor McGregor?"
Connor.
And
Scott Connor.
I had Chris Cashman in the booth with me, and he's all like, 9 years old.
Right.
He's a young guy.
Yeah, young guy. Jason
And-
got another all in through. We didn't see what hand he
mystery
had.
hand.
Mystery hand. Yeah.
So,
Even Cashman corrected you on it.
well, no, he knew who I meant.
Right.
He knew Conor McGregor, and I asked him. I said, "Well, do you know who Scott McGregor is?" He goes, "No." I saw he pitched for the Orioles back in the late '70s or early '80s, and he's looking at me, like.
We got a shout out to Tejas from Jerry
Yeah.
in the chat, and Austin with his America. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah,
Austin, I believe, did serve. You'll have to tell me if I'm wrong, Austin, but if you did serve, thank you, buddy. One of my favorite dealers in the room, Austin.
All right, Mitchell, going to look down, 7-6. Evan keeps getting picture cards.
He's playing him a little slow. Let's see if
I mean,
he wants to back jam.
but he's not hitting anything. You
No.
know, I mean, you got to be a little skittish. Well, here we got Augie with
Augie
the nines.
with a
He's
good
going to
hand.
go all in. Tejas going to love the ace, not so much the deuce.
Not so much the duty. I don't know if this happens to you, but I always peel the ace first.
All the time.
All the time. It's never the deuce first.
Crystal ball going to look down.
Get some Broadway
And,
cards.
I mean, the queen 10 you got to like, but when you have, a raise and then a shove all in. When you have a shove all in, the queen 10 doesn't look as good as it did when you
No.
first looked down at it. Austin was a Marine.
There he is, Austin. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for your service.
My father was a Marine. He wasn't a career Marine, but he put some years in.
Evan did make a call, so we've got a King Jack offsuit facing the pocket nines here, Mitch.
All right, well, pocket nines, Augie's tournament life is on the line, but he is in the lead, I guess. It could be a 50-50.
I think I saw a couple of jacks that were out, so
We'll see. This is hand number 10. All right,
Speak
looks
of-
like, there they are. Yeah. Looking for a 9 and a 9 only.
That's right.
Well, no, yeah.
Yeah, looking for 9 only.
I got you next
Good
time.
turning
All
by
right,
Mr.
Augie.
Augie. Nice final table run there.
All right, a couple of GGs in the chat there for Augie. Great game, Augie. I'm sure he played well all day.
So we got 106 viewing now. That means we got 106 likes, right?
It should.
It should, right?
It should. I mean, I know if Emily's listening, I know she's done hit the like button. Right, Emily?
Oh, we know Lego. We're just happy Austin and the folks here did make it home. That ultimate sacrifice was paid for sure. So we're down to 8-handed now.
8-handed. We got trip aces viewing us. Look at that. Ace 11, 111.
1-1-1.
Tejas finally going to look down and see something he likes. A couple of picture cards.
Facing a raise too by the chip leader, so let's see what he decides to do here.
He still has a couple people behind him. He'll make the call. Jason will throw away that jack 7. Tim Beebe with the
pair
pocket
here.
6s here. But we've had a raise and call again. 6 don't look all that great now.
Yeah, those small pairs are tough because you don't want to be playing all your small pairs, set mining every time. He's going to ship it, though. He's going to take the aggressive route. I like it.
Mitch going to look down, hoping to see aces, but instead sees a 8-9. Evans going to throw away his weak ace. Tejas.
And that's the exact hand he's hoping that he's up against, right? He's open.
Yeah. He definitely doesn't want to see an ace-king. If he makes the call, he will be all in.
Right.
This is what I like about Tejas. He tries to think it out, and what he's doing here, he's not thinking about the action, because this is all pre-flop, thinking about what the young man did 2 hands ago, 5 hands ago, 10 hands ago, last week, trying to think what kind of play.
Let's it go. No gamble, no future, Tim Beebe says. Nice play. Got a couple of pretty solid hands and a 8-handed game to lay down.
Yeah, and with Tejas is tanking, Tim Beebe knew he had a decent hand, and he didn't want to call.
Yeah, he was happy taking down that 200K plus.
Yeah. D'Lo says he's over here now from HCL. Can't listen to commentator Schmidt's voice for 4 hours. Yeah. Well, welcome, D'Lo. Appreciate it.
Welcome, D'Lo.
I hope we don't irritate
That's right.
This is Eric's first time in the booth, so if he irritates you a little
take
bit,
it easy on
if
me.
he irritates you a little bit, give a little break.
We definitely got 2 different voices here. We got true Texan and we got
Yeah, I'm not
Delawarean.
Yeah, that's me.
Delawarean.
Delawarean, yeah. Tim B going to look down at a suited queen. You can tell I'm from Delaware, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I didn't like the only other person I met from Delaware. So, Mitch, I like you, buddy.
Who?
We're going to keep the politics off the stream.
Well, my son's from Delaware.
That's true. Your whole family's great.
Yeah, thank God. Appreciate it. They're good kids.
Y'all ever had the pleasure of playing with Mitch or having Mitch deal to you? He's a blast. He is a wealth of knowledge and stuff that I love, music and sports. So it's always fun to be at a table with Mitch.
I appreciate it. I love to have a lot of fun when I'm dealing, And I love my job.
Oh, yeah. You've told me that a lot, and I like that you enjoy coming to work every day. It resonates at the table, and it keeps everybody else happy. So we've got some great dealers here at TCH, Dallas, and Las Colinas.
They do. We do, yeah. We didn't throw it up there, so in between what we're doing is we'll throw out the
nice prize pool.
There it is. We are doing the big one. It is the final Saturday of the month, so it is $500 buy-in, $50,000 guarantee. Augie took home $2,400 right there, as you can see. Not a bad day.
Yeah, solid day's work.
Look like Tejas. If I can walk away from the poker room with $2,400, I'm okay with
Especially off of one buy-in,
Yeah.
What, 209 entries today, so tough field to get through.
Tejas assessing the situation right here.
Shipping day.
Looking around, he figures his best move here is an all-in crystal ball. Couple of picture cards here. I don't see him making the call, not with too many people behind him.
Absolutely.
But, crystal ball, he's hard to read. It's hard to read, I've played against him a few times.
He's got some gamble in him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fun to play with.
Jace is going to throw away his 2 picture cards. Tim B, not what he was hoping to see. 6-3 and throw that away. Mitch with the button and a weak ace. Don't you hate that? Absolutely. Don't you hate that?
Now this is
All right.
This is a solid hand here.
Jose's been quiet. One of your more solid players, not only at the table but in the room. Jose, again, one of those guys that make you sit up straight and pay attention when he's at the table.
Repping the Puerto Rico hat there. Nice hat he's wearing.
He's always got a hat on, a different kind of hat every day.
We've got another classic flip here.
Jose will make the call.
Bill Clinton.
Bill
Exact
Clinton.
same amount?
You don't sound very Arkansas to me, but
Yeah, I'm not Arkansas, but but it is kind of funny though.
it is.
Wait, does that mean I gotta be married to Hillary?
Right.
Ooh.
That's tough.
Oh, there's a
Set
7.
of 7s. Boom.
Wow.
Full house.
Up.
So a little bit of run good for Tejas. That's a nice double up for him. He's going to have over 1 million chips now.
I tell you, you can look at the faces. Look at the faces on everybody at the table. They're not happy. They're not happy right now. Tejas doubling up. They're not happy.
We got a hello from Contextually Center in King Floppy Balls. So there's Mitch. Nice name there. It says Mitch knows every baseball player and card number that comes out.
Well,
That's true. He does play that game a lot.
well, I did watch a lot of baseball growing up, but it kind of, after you start having kids, everything kind of dies down.
Right.
But on a rare occasion, I would send the kids to bed early on a Saturday afternoon so I can watch the game in a week.
These games are about 30 minutes shorter now with all these rules. So it's a little different.
Don't even get me started on the rules. Don't even get
I
me
know
started.
you're a classic guy.
No, definitely. I don't even want to talk about it.
Mitch does not like the pitch clock.
Yeah, they got about 9 seconds to get rid of that damn thing.
Any hockey fans in the chat? We got our Dallas Stars up 4-2 right now.
I was getting ready to
Third
ask
period.
I was getting ready to ask you. I saw you got it on over there. Last I saw was 1-1.
I chose not to watch, and I look over, and we're up 4-2, so that's a good thing. I feel like sometimes I'm a jinx.
Well, I see the towels are waving over there.
We got 2.5 minutes left. Game.
In the game? They got
in
the
the
empty
game.
net already?
Empty
They
net,
pulled the goalie already? Well, it looks like it's going to be a 3-2, huh? 3-2 series?
Still an uphill battle. Going 3 ways to the flop here.
Evan going to hit the 3.
Hard 8 a pair, right?
Jose's all in.
He's got an open-ender.
Got an open ender here, and another player has a spade.
He can hit.
So he got 2 pair. Jose needs.
Flip one time.
3-3. Vote it up. He had 2 pair.
Rich get Richie yet again.
Drawing dead to those open-ender
No.
cards.
I mean, Ruby's all right.
Well,
game
there it
for
is.
Jose.
Out at number 7, or 8. I'm sorry, 8.
Double up, triple
8 at
up,
number
next thing you
8,
know,
taking home $3,065. Again, not a bad payday.
Making it number 8 out of 209 entries. Good job.
But Jose had higher expectations, I'm sure.
first in ships.
And I'm sure the rest of these guys are breathing a little sigh of relief that Jose's gone,
Second or third.
because he's definitely a favorite. He doesn't come out and play every Saturday, but when he does, he makes more than an afternoon out of it. He's close to the final table every day. Every Saturday he shows up.
I think 7-3 is going to win 2 hands in a row. He's going to let that one go. Austin Tejas.
Raise 150,000.
Evan's got a little pocket pair. He's going to put some pressure on. I like watching Tejas play. He's just kind of staring the guy down,
Yeah, I mean,
He takes the game serious. He's
yeah,
solid player.
I mean, definitely a solid player. Comes in very confident. He knows if he plays his game the way he knows how to play, he's always a threat to win.
What's the score?
Evan wanting to know what the score is.
Left in the third.
Awesome.
they're talking about the Boston Celtics game.
Oh, I'm not much into basketball.
Yep.
I do know Larry Bird played for the Celtics, though.
Bet you know his number, too. I know his number.
Yeah.
Finals. They
Yeah.
was up 3-0.
Very popular, number 33.
33.
Jason Varitek, Tony Dorsett here in
Tony
Dallas.
Dorsett, absolutely.
Jose Canseco.
Yeah, oh, Lord.
They wore it.
Remember Remember the 40-40 club was such a big deal?
Yeah.
It's been a long time since we've seen that.
Yeah.
40 home runs and 40 steals.
Yeah.
I think we'll see some of that coming up with all these new
Jose
stolen bases.
Canseco, I think he was the first one doing, right?
Yep.
40-40. All right, Agent Smith is going to look down at 10-8 and throw it away. He doesn't like the 10-8. He doesn't like his position. Mitchell's been quiet, hasn't really gotten anything to work with.
Jamal's got a big hand here.
He's got a pocket pair, position. Not that when you go all in position, you know, I think he's going all in with pocket ace no matter where he is. Tejas
with an ace-10 here. About a third of his stack, a little more than.
There can be only one.
Tejas knows he has crystal ball behind him. As you can see him sitting there looking, sneaking a little peek at crystal ball's stack there. He's not looking. He's not looking at Jamal. He's concerned about crystal ball. Want to know if he can get something out of it. He'd make the call. He just doesn't know what crystal ball is going to do. He's worried about an all-in from him. Yeah.
Again, it's over. It's over a third of his stack.
You see, he's sneaking peeks. He's not even being discreet about it now.
Killer Demo says that ace-10 is the kiss of death. That's how I feel about ace-queen. They say that's the parking lot hand. I've ended my tournament several times with an ace-queen.
Yeah. Tejas wants to play so bad, he would have snap called if crystal ball wasn't behind him. And what do you know? Crystal ball is ace. He's like, because I'm calling. You don't fold. He's like, give me something. Give me some kind of sign that you're going to fold.
Yeah, I didn't think that was one of those, points where two guys were going to try to take out the one player. He still has too many chips to mess with. So good hand for him, ripping it there with the eights. How are we doing on chip count here? Guessing Evan's still our chip leader.
Here we are, hand number 17. Eric, hand number 17. Down to 7 players here. Texas Card House in Dallas. Dude, this has got to be the best one-day tournament we've gotten. What would it have, 209?
209, 500 a pop.
200 was a super, it's a big one. It's a big one. Last Saturday of the month. It is the last Saturday of the month, right? Uh-oh, Mitch finally got a hand.
A little better than that 3-4 diamonds he had the hand before, right? He's going to
raise it up a little bit.
Evan just keeps getting those face cards,
telling
doesn't
you,
he?
Jack Queen. How many times is he going to look down and see Jack Queen?
He's in a dominated position here, though. Let's see what happens if a queen flops, Mitch.
Jason's going to make the call with the king 5 of clubs.
3 players.
3-way action here.
Mitchell and Evan both have big stacks.
And looks like Evan's finally going to hit one of those picture cards. He's going to hit the jack.
He was dominated, but it's a 5-card game, right?
Yeah, let's see what he wants to do with it. He's got it going up against 2 players. He's not afraid. He's not scared.
Oh, he outblocked him.
Yeah, Lego almost made it. Went out at number 10.
Mighty Hammer over here talking about Mitchell making another final table. Clean living.
Mighty Might, this is actually, in case you weren't here earlier, Mitchell wanted us to let everyone know he's back-to-back. The last time he played this tournament, he made the final table. So it's technically back-to-back final tables for Mitch.
And he called it, too. He said he was going to be on this final table, so good for him. Hand number 18, your blinds are at 25, 50, 50.
Yeah, 113 of you tuning in for hand number 18 here. I appreciate them tuning in.
Yeah. See what Delo's talking about. I didn't notice that until a week or so ago, that the lights turn on when it's the person's turn. That's a really cool feature for these tables. Lights up, green?
Yeah, I mean, it does more than that. As you can see, some of them are red,
Red,
and
yeah.
green. And if a
120.
player's cards aren't scanned, it turns white, I think.
Okay.
The lights mean a lot of things, and the dealers are. I've dealt the final table before, but not on the new table.
Right.
I'm too busy in here talking with you.
We're up here gabbing.
Yeah.
Jamal looking at another pocket pair. He's going to call the raise.
Tim B's taking his time here with Jamal and Evan. I will go heads up here to a flop.
Evan outflops him.
Evan got the better of the flop here. Jamal still with his pocket fives.
160,000.
Daniel, we'll get to your question here in a minute. Okay, there it is. Yeah, actually, Daniel, right across the street from the room here in Dallas is the Wyndham, right? The
Wyndham Hotel, yeah.
The Wyndham and TCH do have some kind of deal, I think.
They do.
So, yeah, I don't know what you have to. I think. Is there something you have to get from the room here to show them
Yeah,
that you're here?
I think you might. I know
Like
a lot
a-
of our
like a
a lot
coupon
of our
or
dealers
something.
that come in from out of town
Yeah.
stay there
Yeah.
regularly, and they get really good rates. People that come in town for these big tournaments get really good rates. So that'd be something to come in and talk to the floor about. But yeah, they do offer some promotions at the Wyndham Hotel, which is just right behind us.
Yeah, walking distance, right across the street.
But we wouldn't recommend walking, would we, Mitch?
No, I mean, I made the walk.
Yeah.
You know,
Like any big city, and not at nighttime.
yeah, I know. Jamal.
Nice hand here.
Jamal going to raise it up here. Tim B with an 8-7 of clubs.
Fun hands to play in a cash game, right? Just doesn't want to face that big raise there.
And Mitch is going to look down.
He's starting to get some hands.
He's got a questionable hand. Does he want to make the call for 200? I mean, what is? Oh, wow.
I think he was going to either push.
I thought he was going to make the call there.
He only had another 200 left. I think he was
Yeah.
just going to push him in if he was going to do anything. But nice hand there, Jamal. He's had some pocket pairs there.
Queen.
Woke up with an ace-jack suited there.
Really small.
Not even an invitation.
Mighty Hammer.
The beat with queens.
I guess it does help production.
Much as I hate him, I ain't folding.
The dealer can see that the player's not, his cards have not been swiped, so he
Right.
necessarily does. The production guy Tyler doesn't have to tell him all the time. Like with the last table, if some players' cards didn't scan, Tyler would have to tell me, "Hey, seat 4 needs to scan his
Right.
cards." So now I guess he doesn't have to do that, maybe as often or even at all, because the lights do that.
Right. We've got a few more viewers here. We're at 126 now, Mitch.
126. I appreciate that. Well, here you go, Austin. Giving credit where it's due.
Right.
The staff, and I hear that.
Raise 150,000.
We're going to leave that.
Yeah.
We're going to leave that. Yeah, thanks for the heads up there, Austin, that the Wyndham Garden folks will take care of you
Yeah,
when
I
you
do
come
hear
in town,
that.
Daniel.
Yeah, I hear that. When I first came to town to check out the room, because Victor called me and asked me to come help him out, deal something. I stayed there, it was, people were nice.
Well, I've been glued to these streams since they first started doing these big cash games, and these tournaments are fun to watch. You guys have done such a great job with the production, and we miss Ben Miney, our boy that moved to Wisconsin, but you guys do a great job, and I was glad I could come in and help you guys out. It's pretty cool thing watching this stream. It's not just known in Dallas. People know about us,
Yeah.
everywhere. This room is really making and TCH is making a name for itself all over the state of Texas and the country.
Yeah, I mean, I owe Victor a lot, man, for calling me. I appreciate that. And we all do miss Ben. Guy was top notch.
He was.
Tyler, Cooper back there, they do an excellent job. Make it look smooth and easy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Cristobal hasn't had
Raised
much.
and taken.
He hasn't had much to do with anything. He's been kind of card dead.
And he raised us with the ace-9, and they respect it.
I'm telling you, he's a great player. And for him to sit there and be as quiet as he has been through the first 22 hands, a couple of players at the table who know him have to be a little surprised that when he finally does lead out with the ace-9, you saw what happened.
Might miss the one, or I might miss the one. Might be best to miss
132 of you tuning in. We appreciate it. Hand number 22. Checking us out here on this Memorial Day weekend. Hope you're all having a good time.
Blinds are still at 25, 50, 50.
Started out with 209. Is that what we said?
209, yeah.
209 down in the final 7. Our dealer Zach, as some of you might recognize from 2 weeks ago, made the final table again this week. Only, it's a dealer chair.
Yeah, I didn't make it to the final table on that one with Zach, but I played with him, and he was running really good and playing really good, putting people to the test. He was playing really good in that one.
Mitch going to raise it up here. Tejas is thinking about it, only because there's no one else there to worry about. He got a little heads-up action sitting here.
Two of the best.
There's a 7 in the window. Mitch does hit the flop with middle pair. He's going to throw a chip out there, see where he is. Tejas might try to take advantage of this. He might want to come over the top here. I think he might want to come over the top.
I don't see him just looking him up for 100K.
Yeah, if he comes over the top, I'm curious to see what Mitch does here.
I thought he was going to do it. I thought he was going to pull that trigger. Yep, he's smiling. They played a lot of hours with each other.
Yeah, Austin, let's see. Yes, I do. Vic paid. He says Vic paid for his first few nights. Vic is ace top notch. I've known Vic a long time.
I want to see no more cards.
We met in Baltimore, and
Or maybe I didn't want to see no more cards.
he eventually got the poker room in
What am I?
in Baltimore. And, I went in and told him personally, congratulations, and I felt that he deserved the job, and I wished him all the best. And I told him, if there's anything I can do to help you, feel free. He goes, well, can you dual rate for me, Mitch? I said, yeah, I can't do that.
Mitch isn't ready to put on a suit just yet.
No, man,
You love what you do.
I'm telling you,
I like it.
It's a blast. It's a blast sitting in that box.
Yeah, you and another dealer, Dustin Curley.
Yeah.
Curley always talks at the table about how much he loves his job, and I love hearing that. When people come to work, it rubs off on the whole room on the table. Here's a big hand.
I think this is the first ace king we see tonight, isn't it?
Yeah. His run of face cards is continued, Evans.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
He's getting some premiums here. Just keeps building that stack. He's at 2.6, but now 2.9 million. Really having a good run here at the final table.
Well, it's got everything to do with that Boston jersey. There's no doubt about
the
it.
yellow, the mellow yellow Boston jersey.
I'm telling you, that's the Red Sox jersey, man. He's digging it.
Price.
All right, Lego. Appreciate you tuning in and coming out and playing today.
36.
I'm sure I'll see you back here soon, you know, or over at Las Colinas, you know. And I look forward to our trip to Houston.
Come on, Boston.
All right, blinds have ggone up now at 30-60
They're at home. They
and
don't want to go
24.
back to Boston. It's like almost like both teams fighting for their life, literally.
Is the Stars game final?
Stars game's final. We got a series now at 3-2.
What was the final score there? 4-2?
4-2.
Okay.
So Vegas still in the lead at 3-2. But we're coming back home to Dallas for this next game.
Evan continuing to get picture cards.
That king queen
Look
suited
at
too.
this.
175,000.
I'm telling you.
And putting pressure. He's using that stack like you're supposed to.
He's got the chip lead at the table. He's getting the picture cards. Tejas and Cristobal are showing patience. 5-3 for Agent Smith.
Which I know you've talked about patience, right? That's what you struggle
Oh, my God, I'm telling you.
with. I figured it out, Mitch. If you and I could combine our games.
Yeah, you got the
Because
patience.
I got the patience. I can get deep in a tournament. I just can't have a big enough stack when I get there. So if you can help me build my stack, I can help you with the patience part. We got this, buddy.
Look, I help everybody build their stack when I play.
Maybe that's the case.
I help everybody.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I run deep in tournaments, and by the time I get down to a final table or close to it, people can call me with no matter what I go all in with, just random cards because I don't have enough to do any battle. Bill says he's hoping to play in a couple of these. Bill, it's good practice, a field of 209.
well, we have tournaments every day.
That's right.
Even now, here's Evan continuing to get. Well, they're not picture cards, but there's an ace. We have tournaments here every day. As a matter of fact, there's another one going on out in the room right now. It's
Second chance, right?
It's called the Second Chance Tournament. Yeah, in case you don't, you bust out here and you're not done playing tournaments for the day.
Curious to see if this was going to happen, right? The same guy, Evan, keeps raising. Somebody finally just said, I'm going to take a stand. Wakes up with a king-9 suited. He's going to go with run a little low on chips.
345,000.
How much?
345,000.
Get a little over 5 big blinds, so he's just going to go with the king-9 suited. Evan's going to make the call.
There it is. And we'll go to the flop.
He said no ace-king. He's live. His suit's live. It's a good spot to be in. If
Jason's tournament life on the line here. And here's the flop. No help. There's an ace.
Yeah, he's drawing dead.
Yeah, drawing
Not
dead
a
there.
consolation 9 on the river, but nice hand by Evan there, knocking out a player. GG to Mr. Jason.
Jason, or as we've been calling him, Agent Smith or
Agent
Mr. Smith. I
Mr.
called him
Smith.
Mr. Smith. Anyway, congratulations. I hope he's not offended by
No.
that. I'm sure he's.
No, he had a good presence there at the table.
Yeah, yeah, he did. Congratulations there, Jason. Appreciate you coming out. I kind of get the feeling he'll be back.
I do too.
Yeah, he played a good game. Make the final table. Go home, watch himself. Hopefully, get a chuckle out of it.
So what's he walking away here with? 7th place money? Is that right?
7th place money, 3,000. Just 4,000. I
call
go
it
give
$4,000.
Yeah, go give him the $45. Make it an even 4,000.
Call it 4K. He had a 4K day.
Yeah, 3,000 not for tax purposes. $3,955. Congratulations, Jason.
Yeah, GG's.
And I'm sure he'll be back. And I'm sure we'll see him again, not only in the poker room. If he plays the way he played today, we'll see him at the final table
Absolutely.
again, without a doubt. Back to the action here.
See, Evan's going to continue. I like this. He's using that big stack.
People that's on their plate. 200?
200,000.
He's up to 3.6 million. I mean,
Evan, even when he's getting, I'm surprised. He didn't have picture cards yet.
no, 6'4" suited though.
But it's suited connectors, right?
Right.
Semi-connectors. Yeah, Bill, like I was trying to say earlier here, we have tournaments all day long. We have, we have turbos, which, if you're rusty, you might want to try a turbo first. I love playing the turbos here.
Turbos are fun.
Yeah. You don't need much patience. That's why I do so well with turbos.
Get it in.
And we have, even if you want to play, we have PLO tournament here sometime, I think. We have live games too, so we have a Sunday tournament. I like to play $200 tournaments. So you don't have to wait till Saturday there, Bill. You can come down and play tournaments anytime. Yeah.
Well, Jamal's got a suited ace here, and he's all in.
Okay.
One of the newer dealers yesterday said shippy long stocking. I never heard that for an all in. He called it shippy long stocking.
There it is.
Jamal's going to take it down.
Jamal's going to take it down. Jamal, always a pleasure to deal with Jamal. Very friendly.
Hopefully with interest.
Never ever a negative issue,
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes, a player lose, an all in and throw the cards at you.
Oh, yeah. Like the rest of us, he'll lose a hand every now and then, a big hand, and he laughs and giggles and takes it like a champ. He's repping the Auburn Tigers today.
We got Lego showing some love. Jerry throwing some love my way, looks like. Unless that's
Mitch.
Mitchell. I mean, I'm Mitch. That's Mitchell. That's how we.
Right.
But it could be, could be for him, I'm going to take it, though. I'm going to take it.
Does anybody call you Mitchell?
My mom.
That's what I was
Which
thinking.
she's mad at me.
Yeah.
And she's still around. I haven't talked to her in a while, but she's still around.
How many times have we seen this ace-6 I was talking about?
I'm telling you.
It's just one of those hands where you don't know how you feel about it, but sometimes you just got to go with it.
It's funny because when Zach played a couple weeks ago, it's like every other hand he had 9-7, 9-7. So the last hand he looks down, he's got 9-7, and I said every time he looks down, he's got 9-7, and the flop comes 6-8, 10. He flopped the stone down straight, but flopped it straight, but was drawing day.
We've got 3 players in this hand. This might get good here. Let's see what comes out.
3-way action here. Well, look at that, Evan.
Just the run good continues.
Wow.
And poor Jamal ships it.
The way he's been running, you might think him and Zach are cousins or something.
Jamal's going to run into it here.
All right.
Call your mother.
Call your mom.
Call your mother.
All right, third son. I got you. Fair enough.
See if she's making a meatloaf.
Oh, I'm not going to get started. I'm not even going to get started.
You could hear Jamal's distaste there when he sees the 8. He said,
It's 6-7 down there.
So Jamal's all in?
Jamal was all in. He ran right into it.
All in.
You got back doors.
He hit the 5.
You got back
He's
doors.
got a backdoor straight flush draw.
He needs or a flush draw. He does have back doors.
I don't think anybody's hoping you hit him.
6, 9.
Evan,
Let's get a sweat here. Maybe a
Evan
4.
looking to do some damage again.
That's
Well,
gonna be a
looks
wrap.
like it's. Well, there it is. Evan will take it down yet again. Jamal, we love you, brother. Appreciate you coming out always.
Great tourney, Jamal.
Love seeing Jamal here. Love seeing him at the final table.
I saw him up at the bar getting the water or something before we came in here, Mitch, and told him I was rooting him on because I play with him a lot at the 1-2 tables. He's a solid player, and he had a nice run here.
Yeah. And always talkative, always has a kind word. Fun to be around. There it is. Jamal's going to finish up here in 6th place with $4,930. Keeps getting better.
Right? Keeps getting
better. Not a bad day. Not a bad day. Playing poker and taking home $4,000.
The final table will play on Tuesday.
That's a nice return on your investment.
Feels good, man. Feels good.
You fired 1 bullet, and you had a really good day.
But if you're at the final table, I think
Chris
you can
Paul's
get
going to
somebody
look
to
down,
cover.
and I got to tell you, I'm seeing the tide change here.
Okay.
His cards are slowly starting to get better. His patience
Say
is going
that,
to pay off.
Then they can say it. We'll see you in a
calling
few days.
I'm calling it.
All right.
It's going to get down to the final two.
You think Crystal Ball's
I
got
think he's
all
going to
right.
be there.
Well, he's running into a dominating hand, and it's going to get folded.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he raised. Now Mitch here's got Evan's hand. A couple picture
Right.
cards. Let's get back to the. He's supposed to be telling me to go back to the chat.
180,000.
But Evan's got the chips to call with. He's got a suited king, 4 million chips. Tejas is thinking I'm getting a good price, but he's going to let it go. Pick a better spot.
And these are the two guys who I said are going to make the final table.
Well, we better not see
I mean,
some
the final
diamonds out
two.
here. We better not see some diamonds out here, Mitch.
7. Look at this.
Little gut
Now,
shot.
Gut shot for Evan, but Crystal Ball did get the better of it, flopping top here. I don't think he wants to mess around. Yeah, he's going. If it was me, I'd go a little heavier than that. I want to end this right now. I don't want to get because Evan with all the picture cards. What happens to picture card? See, now watch a picture card come on a turn, and then what you going to do?
Drawing pretty thin here.
Ooh,
Crystal Ball's feeling good now.
Whoa, okay, so what? Okay, so maybe he played. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why he's at the final table and I'm sitting in here with you. I don't think Evan can make the call here, right?
Crystal Ball's still leaving himself some chips behind.
Yeah, I don't think.
He's trying to get a
I
call.
don't think Evan.
Good fold.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he couldn't make the call. Right?
That's a nice $1.5 million pot there for Crystal
nice,
Ball. So nice hand, buddy.
What a turn card.
Got some GGs for Jamal that we didn't see there.
Yeah.
Nice tournament.
Yeah, Jamal deserves it all. I mean,
Listen.
fine young man. Fine young man. Our sanctuary looks like he's doing well there.
Video poker.
Video
Nice.
poker. For
Nice score there.
20G with video poker.
I may have to give you $100 to see if you can run that up for me.
Yeah,
Ooh, nice hit there. I don't know, Mitch. I hear those casinos aren't built off of winners. I don't know.
I'm telling you, I can tell you a story why I only play
Right.
poker. My father made it clear to me. Every time we drove into Atlantic City, more and more casinos, they're not building them because they're losing.
That's right.
Stay away from the blackjack table, he would tell me.
Oh, yeah.
That's one thing I like about the final table.
Tim B going to look down at ace six,
Go back and look later.
and
Go with it, didn't he?
there it is.
He's all in with 470,000.
Tim BB all in, and hand number 30.
Queen in a duty. Not going to do it.
Crystal Ball not going to be happy with the Jack 7 and have to surrender some chips there.
And those pots are big for somebody there with a shorter stack there. He moved up into the fourth spot there. Tejas has kind of got the low stack now. 9 big blinds. Evan still has that commanding lead, Mitch. You were right. Crystal Ball's, he's right there with him.
I told you. I'm telling you. Patience. But all 5 of these guys are very dangerous. Very dangerous.
That's right, Rena. Go Stars. Go Dallas Stars. We're still in this thing.
Mitch going to be under the gun there. Oh, and look at this. Evan continues.
Suited Broadway cards.
To get good cards. Here we go. I called it. I called it.
The 2 big stacks are battling.
So go heads up action here to the flop. And look at that.
Just like that. Got a flush draw versus basically a mid pair.
Cristobal's pocket nines are still good, but Evans does have a flush draw.
He's got the puppy feet. Let's see if he wants to go with it. Put Cristobal to the test here.
And we'll see a turn.
Now he's caught up.
And the queen, Evan will take the lead with the queen. And I tell you, Cristobal can get away from this, I think, right here. Yeah, he will. He'll
Great
get away
fold.
from it. With the 2 picture cards, he got away from that.
He did miss a question up earlier. It was Matthew Wallace was asking who the commentators are. A regular, Mitch Lloyd is in the booth here, and he's allowing Eric Van Loozen. I'm a regular on the 1-2 streets here and play 2-5 every now and then. I've been playing here for a couple years, worked here for a short period, and wanted to help out the guys. I love TCH and everything they stand for. So Mitch welcomed me in today to join him in here. So Matthew, if I haven't met you, nice to meet you.
Well, Evan, it's nice to Evan. Eric, it's good to watching Evan over here. Eric's good to having you in here, and even better to see you out there on the table.
We always have a good time.
And you did have a cup of coffee here with wearing a shirt. This could be an all-in situation here, I think, maybe. I don't know. Tim B might want to take down some blinds here.
He went with the A6 earlier.
Let's see what he wants to do.
Tonight went all-in. Tonight went all-in with the 200K.
Yeah.
I didn't call, I have a queen 10.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
All right, he wants to see a flop that he's going to raise it somewhat.
Did you?
Yeah, you have flop.
See if he can get some action.
And that really,
See if Mitchell wakes up with something. He's curious. He's shipping it.
All right.
I thought he was going to go over the top or something.
We have an all-in and a call. Tim Beebe's tournament life will be on the line here. Nice job by Tim Beebe there.
Oh, he catches the 5. Man,
Wow.
tough loss there.
Mitchell going to hit the 5 on the turn. 4 spades do come out on the board, but Tim Beebe only has a club.
Only has a club.
No spades, so that will be it. Tim Beebe playing well tonight.
See some GGs for Tim BB. Nice little finish there.
And he will take home $6,260 for the 5th place. And just like that, we're down to the final 4. Tim Beebe, great job. He's made the final table before. He is a regular in the room. Always happy to see him.
You hear Mitchell saying, you guys are all rooting for me, right?
You know they were.
Yeah.
You know they were.
You know they were, They want to ladder up.
Yeah, oh, no doubt.
I don't care who do the knocking out. We can sort it out later.
You're smart. You call what you fight, you should call what you jack,
Got Pablo.
Yeah.
Now he's talking. I'm sure he's talking about all the guys that work
Right.
here. There's a lot
Absolutely.
of guys there. We appreciate
TCH
that.
does rock.
Yeah.
Previously in the hospital bed, I'm really at.
Have a nice hand there for Mitch. Looks like we're getting love for Mitch here. Cristobal going to take it down.
Pablo's wondering who's next. I know we got a short stack at the table, but Tejas doubles up. He can make a run.
There's no doubt about it. Guys, if you haven't taken advantage of it yet, now's the time. It's getting late in the month. 9 for 99 going on here. Both locations, Las Colinas and here in Dallas. 9 for 99. Great price.
Great price, and you can buy 18 hours.
Yeah,
buy 2 of those a day.
Yeah, you can buy it twice a day. So you have the weekend off. You come in and play. You can 9 for 99 twice. Come back in the next day and do it again if you want. Have yourself. If you only play for the weekend, have yourself set for a long time.
Right. And those hours don't expire, guys, so
No.
you can always use them. You can use them at either location here in the DFW area.
You know, as long as TCH is up and running, which we plan on being up and running for a very long time.
Absolutely.
You know, we're here to stay. We're setting the pace and the standard here for poker in the state of Texas. You know,
Another one of those flops where nobody catches anything.
yeah,
Let's see who
swinging
wants
to miss for everybody, huh?
see who wants to take a stab at it first.
100,000.
Mitchell's going to put a little bet out there, and don't think Evan's going to be able to call. He's going to let him have it.
Pablo wants to know who's next to get the
Yeah.
GG.
That's what I was saying. You
Right,
you
guys.
think it's going to be the short stack, but I tell you what, Tejas, he's probably the most experienced at
Yeah.
these final tables
Oh, yeah.
here, like you said.
Oh yeah, he's got him right where he wants him.
Absolutely.
Final four.
I
Hey,
went on a little run like we wasn't paying
so let us know. Let us know who you pull for. You have Tejas.
1 point game.
Final table finisher last week. Finished second behind the young lady, Paige, I believe her name was. She ran deep. She was backing in this week. She ran deep. So who you pull for? Tejas in seat 1. Who do we have in seat 2?
Crystal ball.
200,000.
Crystal ball's over there.
Cristobal in seat 2. Mitchell in seat 4. And Evan, the chip leader, in seat 7. So who you pulling for tonight? Okay, we have a question here while Cristobal is thinking about what he wants to do. He wants to know, Sanctuary wants to know, does he need a membership to go on Las Colinas and sit down and have a meal at the restaurant? Or even have a drink maybe at the bar? The answer is no, you don't need a membership. You can go in, you can play darts. We have darts over there, we have the golf. They're having some issues with the golf right now. And I tell you this because I don't want anybody to go down there and want to play the golf and not be,
They've got
Mitch
two
told
of
me about
those.
the golf, and the golf's not working.
They've got those golf simulators, and when they get up and running, that'll be another thing. If you've noticed, the TCH Las Colinas Club is called TCH Social.
Yeah.
And they really want to make it a place where you can just come in and have some drinks, have some food, throw some darts, play cards too, but you don't have to play poker when you go in there. It's a fun little place. They got a full bar, pretty darn good menu.
Yeah.
Good cooks. So
So no, you don't need to have a membership to go in there and grab a bite to eat or to go to. You do have to have a membership to sit down and play poker at the tables. You do need a membership, but that's all you need a membership for.
now, Mitch, correct me if I'm wrong. The membership in Dallas is good with the membership at the other club.
Yes, the membership and the time
And the hours.
and the time. Here we go. I'll get back to that in a minute. Right now we have
Got
a
an all-in.
hand.
The degree all-in moment.
Tejas all in.
King.
You know, I kind of get the feeling Tejas is playing a little bit like me, a little frustrated, being card dead,
Got to pick a spot.
and tried to take. Oh,
He's
look
got
at
a
this!
diamond.
Look at this!
There
you
it
gotta
is.
be kidding
Gotta
me!
be kidding me.
Wow! Oh,
Diamond. And
They're
another
go-
diamond.
No, the five's
the
gonna
five,
play.
the five's gonna play
is
the
gonna
fours
play.
out there. Oh, wow!
Wow.
Barely,
Wow! Wow!
Mitch is looking at it like, oh, he sucked out on me. He
Wow.
thought maybe he sucked back out on him.
Five
The
of
river.
diamonds! Wow!
Five of diamonds.
I'm telling
is
you.
the winner.
I'm telling Cristobal and Evan and Mitch, they all tightened up. They all puckered up. They're like, hey, just double this guy up,
Well,
Tejas.
this is what we said, right? With Tejas, he's not
I'm
playing to
telling-
level
I-
up. He's
look,
playing
I-
to win.
I told you, he's got him right where he wants
Right.
him. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Tejas is not playing just to level up. He wants to win this whole thing.
I'm telling you, he wants to finish better than he did last week.
That's right.
And he finished second last week. I'm telling you.
What a hand.
So we got people pulling for Tejas here. Jerry pulling for Tejas. You got people pulling for Mitch. Third son pulling for Tejas. I think that may be Tejas' son.
Okay.
Let us know. Third son, is that
Maybe so. Evan's probably the one who's more unknown.
But, you know, I mean, he's wearing a Red Sox jersey, so,
right.
you know.
And he's carrying the big stack right
Yeah.
now. So The good old suck
Yeah,
resuck.
the good suck, the old good old suck
It
resuck.
happens all the time, doesn't it, Sanctuary?
Needed that 5.
All right, here we are down to the Final Four
Five,
Saturday night
five,
here
you
in
needed the
Texas,
five.
Dallas,
Five
Texas.
came in the
TCH, Texas Card House. Hand number 38 at the final table. Down to the Final Four. 148 of you tuning in. Appreciate it. Hit the like button. Hit it for Eric. It's the first time in the booth here.
First time in the booth,
Yeah.
guys. Let's get some likes in here. Let's get some subscribes. We want more people watching these streams. We want more people coming to TCH and playing poker.
Yeah.
Bring your friends.
I like it, yeah. You know, I had a couple of friends from Baltimore come in tonight.
Yeah, you did.
Did you
had-
see?
I did.
A couple of young ladies came in to check out the. They were here for other business, and they wanted to come in and see me and see the room. They stopped by, and one of them wanted to play, but the other one's a little shy. She was hungry, so they went out and got something to eat.
Evan waking up with ace king here. Continuing his good run of cards. He's putting the pressure on.
27 seconds. Down one.
Sounds like there's some excitement going on out in the room there.
I think out in the room they were getting excited about the basketball game. I'm not privy to what the score is.
Okay, yeah.
That was a terrible
I'm like you. I
shot.
care less about what's going on in the Miami Heat Boston Celtics game. But
Miami had the ball.
I know that was another 3-0.
Set up a shot. Damn it. He goes and
Looks like the Celtics are trying to make a comeback. So.
I need you to help me out here.
Terrible shot.
Third son says, well, my dad calls me his third son.
But I'm a
When
gal.
I'm a gal. Okay.
Execution. Right there.
I mean, you know, I can understand that.
Yeah.
I can understand that. So are you Tejas's daughter? I guess we should ask her that.
Yeah.
Tejas going to look down and see a Jack Queen. He got a couple picture cards.
Win it.
He's at just a little over, right at
Get a good shot.
10 big blinds.
I mean, you at home.
Butler could launch a free from right
And he's
here.
going to raise it up.
Put a little raise out there.
You know that's what they're going to do. They don't
Crystal ball, want to sneak a little peek at Tejas's, you know, kind of like a mind game. You know, you ever do that? You ever play that?
And he's going to ship it.
Crystal
Gonna put him to the
ball
test here.
going all in.
Two or three.
It's a lot easier to put your chips in first than it is to call them off.
I mean, Tejas,
That's a three. They call it the foul.
Cristobal kind of has a reputation, but
It was his toes.
the way he's played tonight is
Can't see his toes.
Third son says nope.
okay. Not
We
his
had to
daughter.
check. Yeah, we
Maybe
had to
his
check.
niece or something. Not a wife. I don't know. Well, anyway, Tejas has a fan in third son.
Oh,
Cristobal's been playing very solid. He always does.
reviewing it, but I
But
think that's what they initially
he
called.
leaves you guessing. When you play against him, he leaves you guessing. You know, tonight he's played very solid.
You know, and that's the
And-
trick. You make a man make a decision for all of his
And
chips.
you know, Tejas, they know each other very well. They play each other many times, and that's what Tejas was confused.
Yep.
And he's like, you know, because he knows he's not playing the way he normally does. There it is. There's a VPIP.
The old V-Pips. I know with the passing of Doyle Brunson, you know, here recently, I saw a good famous quote, and that was exactly what we just saw there. The best part about poker is making somebody make a decision for all their chips.
Yeah.
Cristobal just did that, and you know, got Tejas to fold a hand, which would have just been a flip. If he could have seen the cards face up, he probably would have put those chips in real quick. But
The young man that was in the booth here with me last week, Frogzilla, he's one of those guys that will
Call 60.
make you put, you know,
Raise
see.
260.
plays like Doyle, you know.
yeah,
And, very scary player, Frogzilla. So looks like, what is he?
Austin's still calling me Wolfman. I see you, Austin. I think it's past your bedtime, buddy.
Especially if one of them's a five of diamonds.
Third son said one of his many sisters.
Ah,
All right.
I knew it was a family member.
thing. It was a family
I knew
affair.
A family member.
That's right.
Oh, you had a five, you were good. Yeah. Fives are good. What suit was it?
You notice Evan's kind of the silent assassin at the table, right?
I like it. I like Austin here. He's showing us some love.
Austin, I do appreciate it, man. Got to get these first stream nerves out of me, you know.
You're doing an excellent job.
Crystal ball gonna pop it up here.
With the king queen, Evan doesn't know what he looks distracted with all the noise going on in the background.
He's probably a Celtics fan with the
Hey,
Boston
he's
gear on.
distracted because he looks down. He doesn't have two picture cards.
He doesn't have two picture
What the hell?
cards.
He's like,
No
what the hell's
suited
going
ace.
on? They're cheering out here. Like, who gave me the 6 deuce over here? You know, he doesn't know. Look,
He's not used to the 9-6
Look, he doesn't
offsuit.
look like he's paying attention to the TV. Mitch is paying attention to the TV. What the heck's going on?
So Tejas is down to 6 big blinds. He's gonna have to make a move here pretty quick.
I'm telling you, he's got them right where they want it.
Yeah,
where
he
wants
does.
You got the 2 important ones out the
If he
way.
gets a
Ain't no
good
pressure
starting
on
hand,
this.
he can double up. He's
them. See,
Could end
and
up
right
being a
here,
bad winner, though.
6 big blinds when you're down to the final 4. This is where you need patience,
Uh-oh.
and I don't have it. But you know, you have to. But you know, because you know you have to do something soon. You have to do something quick.
what do you say? Doctors have patience. Mitch doesn't.
That Mitch doesn't have patience. You know.
So big stacks going at it again. Yeah, Crystal Ball and Kevin.
No foul.
Tejas is
0-1, right?
looking at an 8 deuce.
All they need is a good shot.
Tejas is in the blind. You know, how frustrating is it when you're short stacked and you're in the blind and you look down at 8 deuce?
And can't do anything.
You know,
with it.
it's like you want to punch the dealer, you know, smack him or something. You know, it's like, dude, stop giving me the 8 deuce.
That's right.
300,000.
Hold on.
Can I
Bet
have,
and an all-in.
can I have a pocket aces just one time?
So Cristobal let out here, Evan without even hesitation, putting him to the test, putting him all in. He's got him right where he wants him. He's got top pair. It's hard to hit a pair in this game, and Cristobal thought he was good with his 9.
Well, he was hoping.
He was open.
He's like, can this guy really have? The only one guy that calls me, he's the one guy with a queen.
Does he really have the queen here? Is he just pushing me around with a heart draw? I like Evan doesn't show his cards.
That's why Cristobal showed.
Yeah.
He was hoping that he could get a little
Get
sneak
some
peek.
information. Yeah.
Yeah, Evan wasn't falling for it. He's more.
You've played or dealt with me enough. You know I'll say something to a player if I really want to see their cards.
Uh-huh.
You can make them turn their hand over. You know, you just tell them you know what they had.
Yep.
They'll show you
Yep.
reverse psychology
Yep.
on them.
Yep.
That's the fun part about this game, the social aspect. That game must be going crazy out there. You guys in the chat, are y'all watching the Boston Celtics game?
Well, if they are, they already know.
They already know the
This
final,
is 15-minute delay, so they already know what's going
Won
on.
this game.
Zach's here. We are at the final 4, the final table, and Zach's got to let Mitch know actions on him.
Yeah, everybody's turned around. They're not even paying attention.
Look at this.
$16,000 on the line. They're not even watching.
Zach can't believe he's having this problem at the final table.
Are you seeing this, Mitch? Evan is up to $5 million in chips
Yeah.
here. He's just
And he still
controlling
keeps
this.
getting pocket pairs.
Pocket pairs, raise and take.
They won?
I think they did. Yeah.
Well, the story of the final table so far is definitely Evan's Boston jersey.
I'm telling that mellow yellow, man. He's just,
Oh, yeah.
he's going with it.
Yeah.
You know, it looks more like UCLA colors.
He didn't have much time. He got it off for like 1/100th of a second.
Well, I mean,
it turned
you know,
red,
really,
right out there, he left his fingertip.
I mean, all these guys could be the top story in the final table. They've all played well. They've all showed patience. Evan's just been, you know, I mean,
Just controlling.
he's
Yeah.
had the, I mean,
Look at Tejas, 6 deuce offsuit.
Yeah, I mean,
Can't
it's
do
just-
it on the button. You can see it on his face too. Such a good player.
yeah, I mean, he's like, you know, give me something,
And Mitchell gets a walk.
you know.
Game 7 in Boston.
They ain't want that.
No.
They ain't want that.
And you talked about patience. I don't know if you remember at the start of this final table, Mitchell wasn't getting any hands.
Yeah. And
Here he is.
He's leveled up to 4. You know,
I'm about to go fly to Vegas just so I can bet.
if you're curious to know what the payouts are for these final 4, the next one out will get almost just shy of $8,000, $770, 7,700.
There we go.
There, help me out here,
A
Eric.
little tongue twister.
How much is fourth place going to get, Eric? Tell him.
It's going to get 77.30. All right.
7,000.
Just read the numbers, Mitch. It's that easy.
There it
Read the
is. Let's get
numbers.
back to the action. Tejas got a decent hand.
It's that
You know,
Delaware math they taught you, huh?
the Delaware education. The way the cards he's been getting lately, this 10-9 of diamonds got a little
Feels
huge.
like aces, right? Yeah. Fun hand to play.
I have no. Evan will have one card and make the call, right?
Diamonds are no good.
Yeah, Evan's got to have.
Evan's got him-
of
his
course,
diamonds
he's got-
crushed,
Yeah, he's
you know.
got. And give him one card, he's making that call.
9 sounds like a 5.
So heads up, Tejas' tournament life online right here.
There's a
And
10 in
there's
the window.
a 10.
There's a 10 right in the door.
He's got
There's
life.
a 4, a 6.
2 pair.
The 4 brought a straight draw.
It did. He was open. I didn't even see that.
Brought
team.
a straight draw for Evan. But,
Always a sweat.
but Tejas hangs on to double up,
And he's got 600K now.
7, 2.
you know, and,
For TV.
you know, obviously Cristobal and Mitchell will definitely pull
Oh, yeah.
for Evan in more ways than one.
For sure.
They want to get this Tejas guy out, you know, because he's just a final table guy.
Tejas is creeping right. He's almost even there with Cristobal and with chip count.
And Cristobal, he was up, he was second in chips.
He was second chips. He's kind of taking a little turn.
You know,
Like a bitter ex-wife.
The tides can turn real quick in these tournaments, so we'll see what Tejas does with this new stack of his. He's got 8 big blinds.
Game 7 must be Monday night, huh? Game 7 must be Monday night.
It would have to be because they got to travel. They got to have a travel, at least one travel.
Cristobal going to look, first to act, going to look down and see 4-3 of diamonds. I have no doubt he'll throw that away. There it is.
Watch the game.
We're up to 163 watching now, Mitch. That's I think that's the highest we've seen so far.
They should be hitting the like button for you.
Yeah,
Guys,
if you haven't been watching, guys, it's been a really good tournament. These guys are playing for it all.
Eric's first time in the booth. Hit the like button for him. He'd appreciate it. You know, he's self-conscious about it. You know, if we get done and there's only like 7 likes, I don't know how many likes
I
there
might
are.
go home and cry a little
Yeah,
bit.
he'll be a little
Yeah.
upset about it. Like they don't like me. You know, maybe did I, you know.
Let's be honest. I'm not going to go home and cry. I'm going to go donk off $300 on the table, okay?
I have, yeah. Well, you're probably gonna play.
I'm probably going to play.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Usually men slightly over men, right? It's
Guys,
like,
if you
what?
haven't heard, we got the bad beef bacon
Dropping all them
going, going on over in Las Colinas. A full house
Have a good read.
or Ace is full in Omaha.
Ace is full in Omaha. If you lose with those hands, you get a complimentary bad beef bacon.
I'm telling you, you know, I've had the bad beef bacon. You know, if I didn't have a couple of dollars in my pocket, I might want to just go ahead and lose a hand.
Yeah.
Just so I could get the bacon.
That's tough. Did you eat the whole thing? Because I ate the whole thing.
You know,
I think I gave out one piece.
you know,
You get a cup full that's just candied bacon that's just sweet, got a little spice to it.
yeah.
If you don't eat the swine, we apologize, but this bad beef bacon is something else. Maybe they can get you something else at the bar there, but this bad beef bacon
maybe
is
some
really
celery
good.
or something.
Maybe
I
some
don't know.
celery.
Do we have fruit?
They do. They have a fruit cup. They do. I don't know if that's just at night or during the day, but
Right.
they do have fruits and bananas. Some
Well, I haven't seen anybody eat the fruit.
Yep.
Fruit cup over there. I'm sure it's very popular on grave shift because I don't work the I don't work the grave
You see
shift.
the card.
Eat a lot of
You
fruit
used to though. You used to be a grave shift guy.
all the time.
All the time, right?
Make sure I lift them a little
I
higher.
still miss it sometimes, you know. You gotta let me know to go back to the chat.
Gotta go back to the chat. What are we missing, guys?
Slacker. You're a slacker.
Raise 300,000.
Yes. Tejas.
Tejas has a big hand.
Hanking around. Hanking around. The kid's got alligator blood. That's right. Tejas, look at this. This could be interesting and all in. Cristobal going to throw away.
We got Dean telling us that fruit at the table is bad luck.
Fruit.
I'll take your word on it. Sometimes it feels like anything can be bad luck
All
at the
right.
table.
Here
Pocket nines.
Here we go. Tejas at it again.
The J.J. Watt. Good flop for
And
nines.
a 7 for a straight if he can avoid the ace or the queen. And he does.
He does. Tejas doubles up
Tejas
again.
double it up
This
again.
is how he does it, guys.
You know, look at Mitchell. Look at he's laughing. He's like, you know what? He's like, I almost wanted this guy gone, but I think I want him around because he's the only guy that can beat Evan.
He's like a gnat, you know. Can't get rid of him.
I'm telling you.
We're gonna have to work on your Teddy KGB accent, though, Mitch. All right, hanging around. You gotta really, you gotta get in that throat a little bit. Hanging around.
I love
9-6. Out of 1.
Malkovich.
yeah, John Malkovich. I love that guy.
You know, he hated that role. He hated his accent in that.
Well, he's done so much other good stuff.
He has.
In the one movie with Clint Eastwood.
In The Line of Fire.
Yeah,
Great movie.
Yeah, he played a great
We
part.
can't quote a lot of the things he said in that movie, but Lord, that was a good movie.
Mitchell going to look down here and got ace 8 of clubs. He's going to raise it up.
Yeah, the strength of that hand, 4 hands, that's a big hand. Evan's going to look him up, though. He's got the chips.
Mitchell going to smash this
Smash
flop
that.
here.
And lead out.
Well, I mean, he smashed it, but you know, I mean, he hit it.
Yeah.
You know,
Got his ace.
He liked the ace. And he got a backdoor clubs. He'll take it down. Appreciate it, D-Lo. Appreciate it.
Yeah, these guys do a great job in here. I don't know if you guys watch other streams. I'm going to tell you that there's no other stream to watch, but TCH Live Dallas is by far the best stream. I've tried watching some other ones, especially here in the state of Texas. Nobody competes. They do a great job here. Obviously, the commentators that have been doing this forever and the production guys, but they make it really fun.
Well, Tyler and Cooper, they make it easy. And, of course, David.
Coop Dog. I like to call him Coop Dog.
Yeah, hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
When I say watch, I really mean listen.
Are you familiar with
I'm
that show?
familiar with that show.
Yeah, you're not.
He doesn't look like Mr. Cooper, though.
Well, no, he doesn't. He doesn't know. He doesn't look like Mr. Cooper.
Cristobal, here's your man. You said he was going to finish in second. Cristobal needs some help here.
Well, I didn't say he was going to finish second.
He was your guy. He was your guy, Mitch.
I predicted Cristobal and Evan.
We're going to be the final 2. He needs some help here. He's got to catch an ace or a bunch of 5s or some straight cards here. Let's see the flop.
I see
an ace. I saw it too.
There's an ace.
There's an ace.
I see a club, 2 clubs, and a 5.
2 pair.
2 pair.
Cristobal double up.
You know who was pulling for Mitchell right there? You know who was pulling for
Tejas. My man
Tejas was pulling for
He was pulling
Mitchell
for
right there really hard. You know, and yeah, I mean, so was Evan. Evan, you know, I think Evan, and all these guys, they've been playing all day. The tournament started at 10 o'clock this morning, and here it is.
When you play tournaments, Mitch, do you like to get there on time or do you late reg? The Phil Hellmuth way is the late reg, right? He shows up late with his coffee. And
you know, I always like to get there early.
Okay.
But with this tournament here, I played it a couple of times, and the best I finished was level 5. So Derek, you know, who's played a lot more tournaments than I have and has done very well, suggested that, you know, I late reg, you know, and I did. I registered at level 3 and finished at level 5. Tejas going to assess his situation. He's not going to.
He's got 1.2 million though. He can.
And there it is.
He's going to go with it. Cristobal with a pair behind. He's got a raise and all in.
Cristobal wants to count here. Zach will bust it down and let him know that it's 1 point. What was it? Yeah, 1.2 million to call for Cristobal.
Looks like they're dead even pretty much in chips here, so somebody may be left with a chip and a chair. But
Cristobal knows he still has Evan behind him, who initially raised.
See, I've always read, Mitch, at the table, if you're playing 9-handed, you got a pair. It's pretty likely that somebody else has a pocket pair. 4-handed, though, it's tough to get a pair.
Yeah. Well, Cristobal throw it away.
He's going to
Evan,
let him take it down.
Evan liked his ace.
He did.
Not too much to 3. Tejas will take it down.
Not for 1.2 million.
And look at this. Is this right?
This is right.
Is this right?
Our man
Tejas.
Tejas had 240,000, and he is now in second in chips.
Did I say?
He did. He
Did
said
I
he
say?
had it right where he wanted.
He had
it.
him right where they want him. He had him right where they wanted him.
Small ace.
You know, I don't know now. I'm just going to sit back. I just want to sit back and watch this.
I'm glad that they're playing this out. We're getting to see some hands.
Kind of sucks I have to commentate now. I'd rather just sit back and watch. Give myself some wings, maybe a slice of pizza.
See why Tejas is where he is.
And,
every other week he's in these things.
I'm telling you.
Race.
These guys are tired. They've been playing all day long.
But it's getting exciting,
Yeah.
It's
Second win.
It's like a lot. Like when I'm in the zone, I'm in the groove. I could be hungry, and not even know it. I'm playing so well, and I'll say I'm leaving because I start getting a little weak.
For sure.
And then I realize when I get in the car, I'm like, God damn, I'm hungry.
Right.
Oh,
how many times have you played a 12 or 14-hour session and you tell somebody about it? They're like, you played poker for 12 hours? People don't understand that don't play the game.
Yeah, my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, a lot of ex-girlfriends, a lot of ex-wives.
But it wasn't me telling her.
Right, yeah.
It was her questioning.
Right.
You played poker for 12 hours.
Oh, yeah.
12 hours.
They just don't understand. Why would you sit down at a table for 12 hours? But they don't understand the social aspect. This game, you get to sit with people from all walks of life.
Well, her issue was, did I really play poker for 12 hours? I had to get.
She had a little trust issue.
had to get a printout.
Did you give Mama a reason not to trust Mitch, huh?
Had to come back and get a printout of my hours.
Look at where I was.
See, I was here. No.
Evan's got another ace here. Cristobal got an ace.
Then she's like, did you win? Of course.
Austin's got his palm in his face like you're level 5.
And it was always the same thing. I broke even.
Well, there's a flop for Cristobal there. He's got the ace of spades.
400,000.
I bet you got a pair of 5s.
You never like that when somebody asks to see your chips. Mitchell's left himself with just about 675K. About 8 big blinds. He does have the pair here. It's almost a flip. Pablo says, yeah, they think we have 10 other women when we're playing cards.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
Yeah, they're called pocket queens.
Yeah, pocket queens, yeah. It's like a lot of people say that the ace of spades is the prettiest card in the deck. It's like,
right.
It's the 5th. They're like, 5th? I'm like, yeah, I got a queen of hearts, queen of clubs, queen of spades, queen of diamonds.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that plays blackjack for 12 hours. Your money's already gone, you know?
Yeah,
But you can sit and be social and have a great time here at TCH and meet some great people.
That's a fact.
I've met people from more places since I've been playing here. All over the world.
And we do. We get people from all over the world that come here.
Shows the ace of spades and lays it down.
The ace of spades.
Yeah.
Mitch, now you saw that ace of spades. Come on, Mitch. You saw that ace of spades.
He saw that ace of spades. He wanted to ask him again. You laid that down. But it was a flip, That's
yeah,
tough.
I mean, I'm sure everybody wanted to see the next card.
Well, he had 2 overs as well,
Yeah.
2 overs and the ace of spades, but that's tough.
All right, guys, let us know. We got 164 of you out there. Who you pulling for? This is getting interesting now. This is getting interesting. We have Tejas there, who's got everybody where he wants them.
Really strong.
You got Cristobal there, playing very solid, focused poker tonight. I got to tell you, I'm digging it. You got Mitch, back-to-back tables, both he and Tejas, back-to-back tables, final tables. And of course, Evan there, who's been solid all night long.
I mean, if he doesn't have an ace in his hand, he's got face cards,
I'm
right?
telling you,
Now here's a hand here.
it's that Boston jersey he's got on.
They're both kind of playing this one slow.
All right, heads up action to the flop. Wow.
And they both have
Look at
big
this.
spades.
Look at this. Uh-oh.
Put a spade out there.
Uh-oh.
I shouldn't root for that. I like watching
All
Tejas
right.
play.
Let's see what happens here. This could be interesting. The 7 of hearts.
So still, nobody has a pair.
Evan's ace of spades still in the lead. You know it's coming. Is it coming? You know it's coming. Oh, look at this. Evan does hit his straight, right? No?
No, four
No,
cards
there's
straight.
no 9. No 9. Is
250.
that right? I thought I saw it straight on the board.
No, they need that 3 to be a 4. But Austin, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who knows your warm it up Chris reference. Anybody else in the chat remember Chris Cross, the 2 rappers that wore their clothes backwards?
Yeah. They want to make you
Warm
jump.
it up, Chris. Yeah, that was their other song. And Austin's, I guess, got that on his workout playlist. Warm it up, Chris.
So I'm assuming he's pulling for Cristobal.
I think he's pulling for Cristobal.
Don't run good. Now's the time to do it, right?
Mitch going to take the time here between hands to bust himself out at mid there.
Right.
Straight got there, flush got there.
Evan's still holding on to that lead, though. He's been in that 5 million
Yeah,
to 3.6 million, range. Never really been at risk.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's playing solid conservative poker. He's, and he's getting great cards. He's not getting himself into anything, any major controversial hands. He's not getting out of line.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely going to put in a race here with the suited King 10.
Tejas playing well, waiting for the time where he starts getting good cards.
He's going to ship it with an ace. Now this is tough, Mitch. You got
Wow.
four-handed, suited king, suited ace. They're going to do it.
He's like, you know what? I've seen enough to know I've seen too much. Damn it, I'm all into I call. There it is. Tejas wasn't going to waste any time while sitting there thinking about it because he didn't know what he would have done. So he's like, I'm in. I call. The hell with it. I'm in.
Am I reading that right? He's going to have 100,000 left.
I doubt it. 'Cause, Queen 6.
Oh, did you?
I think.
If Cristobal's all in for 1.2 and Tejas has,
All right, we got Ad Scooter also knows the warm it up, Chris. He's throwing in some lyrics, so good job there. 90s kids clearly listening to Chris Cross.
All you need.
This the cheese?
yeah, I don't
Tejas is left with 35K.
35K.
This is the cheese?
Let's see a flop. This is exciting. Hits his king. That's it. Tejas is gonna smash another
Wow.
one. Good. Wow. GG's everybody to Cristobal. Made a deep
Cristobal,
run.
congratulations, sir. You played very well.
Mitch is going to show us the graphics of the.
He played.
Prize pool.
I'm telling you, Cristobal, I was very impressed.
Oh yeah.
Very impressed.
Shoot it, king.
So there it is. He's going to take home.
Oh, yeah, two
Tell Mitch what this is, guys. $7,730.
There it is. $7,730 for Cristobal. Awesome job today, sir. Very well played. I was very impressed.
And he played really well.
Sorry.
And
I don't mind skipping a big.
He's another tournament crusher.
Congratulations.
He does
Yeah.
well at the cash games as well. Solid player.
he doesn't. He's made the final table before, and it's not like he plays this tournament all the time.
Right.
And honestly, he rarely plays.
200.
Raise 200,000.
But he is a solid player. He comes in, plays a lot of cash games. But whatever he feels like, playing, he'll play the tournament, and he does well.
Right. A couple more big hands here. Now we're three-handed.
I remember the first time I played against Cristobal. It didn't take long for me to notice that the man knew what he was
Right.
doing.
About space, don't you, Jeff?
All right, we have heads-up action here as we move on to hand number 56. Mitchell in the lead here.
No spade for either player. Evan's got a
Evan
gut
needs
shot.
he needs a queen, and all four of them are still in Zach's hand. So, yeah, Tejas is laughing on the inside because, I mean, Cristobal was in the zone there. He was on a roll, and then, I guess some things just.
Man, you can tell these players are getting tired. They're
Yeah.
poor-handed. One guy sees a suited ace. One guy sees a suited king. They both said, you know what? Let's go with it.
Yeah.
Well, good playing with you.
So now we're down to 3 here. 178 of you tuning in. We appreciate it on this Memorial Day weekend. Hand number
One thing I do
57.
appreciate about him,
Blinds are 40, 80, 80. You got
appreciate
Eric
about
in here helping me out.
some of the other guys who can be
I
maniacal,
appreciate it.
Absolutely.
he knows
This
how
has
to
been
take
fun.
his foot off the gas
And
when he's supposed to. Like, some people just
coming up on 2 hours.
Zach's still
Final
holding
table.
strong. Hope he's got a strong bladder. He's been sitting there dealing cards for a couple hours here.
Well, he
57 hands, right?
He did very well when he was playing 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
He was the last person to play a hand.
Tejas, I mean, he's about even.
He's almost even with Evan now.
Even with Evan, I told you this. This is
As soon as he played, he folded.
I mean,
I'm not amazed. This is what I expected.
Right.
When this guy sits down.
And there's no doubt you got to run good, right? You got to win some of those races.
Yeah, I mean, he just got it in. It was a flip, and
the card just,
I mean, when you play all day, you're going to come across hands like that, and you got to win those hands.
I've always been told you got to get it back in bad a couple times in a tournament. You got to get lucky, But this guy's in these tournaments consistently.
And of course, Evan. This
Fireworks.
This could be the tournament right here. This could be whoever
be.
wins this. This could be a very huge hand, pivotal hand, no doubt about it. Let's see.
And there's different ways to play the jacks, right? Let's see what Evan does with it.
Okay.
Call in, instant call. So that looks like there was no avoiding
This
it.
is the exact
Yeah.
same setup I ended my tournament with last week.
He's saying he had this set up last week. I didn't see
Yeah.
that one last week.
Yeah.
Look at you just sitting
Classic
back
race.
in your
Mitchell's
hands.
chomping at the bit here. He's hoping for
Yeah,
something.
he's like, oh my God.
He's rooting for Evan.
Somebody's gonna be gone. Kind of good either way.
That is a great flop for those jacks.
He's an ace or a king.
Missed
and there's
it.
a queen.
And Tejas is eliminated.
Wow.
Great tournament, though.
Wow. Just like that.
Just in a blink of an eye, we have ace king suited versus pocket jacks. Classic race, three-handed.
Wow.
And that hand plays itself every time. It's three-handed. Those are two premiums. Just like Scooter says down there, ain't no way, right way to play jacks.
Yeah, I mean,
Evan got it in, and they held.
2.67.
well, congratulations to Tejas. Last week he finished second. This week
Sledding uphill with ice skates on.
he finished third. He's going to take home $9,640.
Just short of 10 grand
I
for
mean,
a day's
you know,
work. How about that?
I mean, this guy,
For the cameras,
it's
we're
just-
gonna start it. You wanna pause it?
I mean, what can you say?
Easily could have been out 7th or 8th at this final table. He hangs on.
It's beginning to be like if he's not at the final table, you're surprised.
Right. GG's in there for Tejas. His sister says great job.
Yeah, I know, no doubt
third
about
son.
it. No doubt about it. He's got more final table appearances than anybody. I don't know the numbers, but I bet money.
Yeah, we all know a few
It's
of the
not
other
even
faces
close.
that are
Yeah, he's-
regulars, but this guy,
He's pulled away.
Absolutely.
And when he does make the final table, he doesn't just make the final table.
I like that MMR, not Eye of the Tiger. We got Eye of the Tejas.
He runs deep, and when he sits down at the final table, he expects
592.
to run like
Right.
this, to run deep, not only into the tournament, into the final table, and he does,
8.
Maybe I should sit down and have lunch with him.
Right? Pick his brain about the patience and picking your spots. You know?
Because, right now, I just like to make the freaking final table.
Yeah.
6.3.
But, when Tejas gets up and puts his pants on Saturday morning,
6.325.
he has intentions of winning the final
those
table.
are winning pants.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Maybe I should find out where he buys
Yeah,
his pants.
where you buy your pants at, Tejas? He's probably
Yeah.
wearing shorts, Mitch.
Yeah, whatever.
Short pants.
Maybe, Fruit of the Little Loom. I don't know. But anyway,
Third Son, thank you for being so active in the chat. Made it fun for me. Love reading the chats. Seeing everybody, root for their faves.
well,
a lot
looks
of
like
fun.
it looks like they're going to take a break here, do some count. So while they're doing that, everybody, this is Eric. I want to say I appreciate you coming out and helping out. We have Cooper back over there. We have Tyler back over there doing the job. Everybody who came out to play today, everybody who does a great job out here in this room, and Las Colinas is a great room.
Right.
But everybody who comes out and does a great job.
Well, this is one of the better tournaments. I watch almost every single
Yeah.
one of these Saturday tournaments. This is one of the better ones that I've seen.
6.3.
Bunch of Goliaths, bunch of heavy hitters, bunch of guys that regularly make final tables, deep runs.
All right.
Really good table, and it was a battle.
Now I know they're not talking chop, right? Because if you look at Mitchell's, I was going to say, if you look
3
at
to
his shirt,
Stuck for life.
if you look at his shirt, he has a Stuck for Life shirt. It
What does it
says,
say underneath that?
it says, if you can, because I was reading it today, it says no bubble, no,
No
chop. No bubble, no chop.
All right, so we're going to play this out, guys. So this tourney is not over. Sometimes if you guys aren't familiar with tournament play, a lot of times guys will chop the money. But these guys are going to play for it all.
Third Son says thank you to you and me. Appreciate she.
Somebody
she
called us smooth operators. All right.
Well, here's Emily. I don't know if you know Emily. Emily's the young lady that I've been seeing for the last 2 years
Okay.
or so, and she likes to tune in. She's learned a lot about the game of poker, and she actually even wants me to teach her how to deal. So I've kind of gotten into a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't hit it hard.
Well, I feel like I know Emily. You tell me about the concerts you're going to take her to. You tell me about her getting you a little cultured and vice versa.
Yeah.
So
Mitch has got a big hand here. He's going to raise it up.
There
And
we
of, cour-
go.
of course, Evan's got a hand.
Evan's got to have a hand. Why would he not have pocket eights? They're
This
going to
could-
get. They got it
is
all
this
in.
it?
I mean, we could be
This
playing
could- this-
one
this-
hand.
This could be it.
Didn't even get to brag on Emily because you say such great things about her all the time. We already got it all in.
I know. Well, she knows I love her. She's.
I'm hoping for another hand. Let's see Mitchell hang on. He flops it. He flops
look,
it. He's got
Wait on the river.
an 8 or a 5. Well, look at all the.
yeah. He almost hits a royal
Wow.
flush on the flop.
Wow. And a sweat.
It's always a sweat. He could hit a boat.
You flop a sweat, and you flop
Yeah.
a flush, and you have to sweat it out.
And just like
And
that,
you know, if
more poker.
If the 5 or 8 would have came, I wouldn't have been surprised.
No,
I
5
would-
on the river.
I wouldn't have
5
been
on the river,
surprised
yeah.
the way Evan's been running. I wouldn't have been surprised.
I don't know if you remember those early streams with Ben and Derek in here,
Uh-huh.
where they would call for cards.
Oh, yeah.
Just the sickest
Oh, yeah.
cards would hit.
Yeah,
You know.
my God, we got to
Yeah.
stop doing it. We got to
Yeah.
stop doing it.
1.7.
And we got more poker, ladies and gents. Tell you what, if Mitchell comes back to take the crown here after being at the final table last week, and here he is again.
Yeah, I mean, it was a few months ago. I wasn't commentating this game. I was actually home, and Emily had fixed me something to eat. We had just sat down to start eating,
Now we're about even.
and
Like I
I
said,
said, well,
that was
Bart had made the final table. And I said, well, let me watch until he busts
one
out.
of those to get somewhere
And he got an all-in.
play instead of
He was a big blind. He got an all-in, and he ended up losing the hand. And he was left with one blue chip.
Indian giver.
That tournament was awesome.
One blue chip, and he was a small blind.
And what did he finish? Second? third.
That was they had 7 players. I'll never forget. They had 7 players left. He finished second. He finished second.
Now.
And
He literally had
I-
one blue chip.
He had one, and I almost turned it off,
Yeah.
but because it was Bart,
Yeah,
I said, "Well, he's still in."
yeah. It's
So
Bart.
I was going to turn it off when he busted out because Emily and I were sitting there, eating, watch a little something. She likes to watch when I'm
Right.
talking. When I'm not there, she's,
Look at this turn card.
wow. Evan with the straight.
400,000.
Now, do we see an 8 on the river here?
I mean, I'm curious to see if we're going to see a river here, because Evan's coming out.
He's got the goods.
Uh,
We're not going to
yeah,
see
we're
a
not
river
going to
yet.
see a river. Yeah,
He's not going to let him get there.
yeah.
And Evan's still got the lead. He's still got 56 big blinds.
Yeah.
So even after that big, huge hand they just got into, Evans had such a commanding lead this whole final table. He's still got the lead here over Mitchell. But Mitchell is not giving up. Again, his shirt says it.
Yeah.
No bubble, no chop.
bubble, no chop. Sanctuary says he remembers that tournament with
Right? Yeah.
and Bart came all the way back and finished second. He actually, if I remember correctly, he actually took the chip lead for a brief moment, but it was. I mean, even the other players at the table were like, "Come on,
Yeah.
man! He's got one blue chip,
Oh, and he's the guy that everybody wants to see bust,
Oh, yeah.
because they know how far he
Yeah.
runs in these tournaments.
200,000.
Well, Evans got the better of this flop, but still his bottom pair. He's going to the 6. I mean, he still has 2 pair.
Bet Mitchell's going to give up,
Yeah.
9 high.
Well, here we are, heads-up action. Mitchell and Evan. We haven't done it yet, so let's do it. Where you guys listening from? We haven't done it yet. I guess we should get it in there before
We better get in before the tourney's over.
it could be over their head now. So let us know.
We got 140 of you watching right now. If you're watching, get in the chat. Tell us where you're watching from. We love seeing people from all over the place watching. I used to watch when I was in San Antonio for work for a few months. Let us know where you're watching from.
Yeah, something that Ben started. I liked it.
I like it too, because we've got people from all across the world that watch these streams.
Yeah. So let us know at the end of hand 65. We'll read a couple.
Little Rock, Arkansas, first. D-Town.
6-handed or 10-handed or 7-handed.
Do we have any Delawareans? I'm going to go ahead and take the over-under 0. McKinney,
I
Texas.
think. Well, last week we had my daughter and her fiance, and they were in Delaware last week. They were listening.
Do people ever just say Delaware? Like, they don't know where that is.
Yeah, I get that sometimes.
We got a New Yorker.
Raise 200,000.
I'm gonna have a raise here, Evan,
200,000.
with the suited ace.
Now, I'm going to try to pronounce this, Red Rollins. Is it Guanajuato? Guanajuato, Mexico? If so, awesome. Welcome.
Evan's still in lead with his ace. Mitchell's drawing slim. I don't think he can make the call here. He's got literally none of this.
We have somebody watching from an alternate dimension. Welcome.
You get that sometimes. Mushrooms.
Yeah. Not the kind you put on pizza, eh?
Duh. Midland.
Not Midland, Texas, so Midland, Michigan.
Tejas' sister, number 5.
Numero 5.
Yeah, even after Tejas is gone, they're still watching. You got to dig that.
Thank you, Red Rollins.
And
I'm from
sure,
Texas. I got to know a little Spanish. I still a little weak, but
I'm sure sister 5, and I don't know. I guess how many sisters does he have? We had third.
Guanajuato.
I'm sure all
Guanajuato.
Tejas's, I'm sure all of his sisters are proud of him. He's done. I mean, you know,
Oh, yeah.
an excellent job week after week. It's not just
Now,
back-to-back weeks.
does he
It's-
spoil the sisters? Do you think he spoils them?
I-
Gets them a little something, buys them some dinner,
Well,
takes
you
them
know,
out?
Well, how much? Well, let's see. Let's take a look. How much did he take home?
600,000.
He took home
$9,000.
$9,640, so just shy of $10K. Nice little Saturday tourney.
Yeah, I think you know.
Little steak dinner for the sis.
For the cheering section.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's, I mean, five steak dinners could get a little pricey, but he can afford it with that buy-in,
Yeah.
or with that cash out there.
Yeah. Thank you.
Back to the action here. We got two people with a pair. We got an all-in. Evan's facing a decision here if he wants to call with just a pair of threes.
$1 million.
Mitchell's putting him to the test. It's hard to hit a pair in this game.
You think Evan makes the call here? He can't make the call, can he?
It's tough. Do you want to?
I mean, it's a big three.
Right.
It's a, you know, he's
Sitting on
going.
$5.5 million. Does he really want to give?
I'm not really familiar with Evan.
I'm not either.
Oh, I think I know what you're trying to do.
I know what you're trying
Yeah,
to do.
he
wants to call.
He's in the zone, man. He knows
He is in his zone.
He knows he's trying to buy. Look
calls.
at that. He
What a
makes
call.
the call. Wow.
He calls him a third pair.
Wow.
So Mitchell has got to hit a deuce or a four here to stay alive in this tournament. There it is. There it is, guys. We've got a winner. What a tournament. GG to Mitch. Mitchell.
Awesome call.
Yeah, great call there.
Awesome call there by Evan. And that will be it.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for putting up with me, the new guy.
Oh, hold on. We're going to have, show the before we get to that, we'll show the, Mitch is going to take down 12,615. Evan, who played great all day long, 6,610. Special thanks going out to Mitch. A little generous with the tip there for production and commentators. You got to love that. So thanks to that. And there it is. That's it, guys. That's it. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Eric, thank you for coming out. Appreciate you guys for tuning in.